Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Louise. I just wanted to hold up the book for YouTube. I would meet you anywhere. Susan Kiyo Ito. Right off the bat, it's just so well written.
Yes.
I mean, it's going to be, of course, every story has its heaviness to it.
hmm
This one will be no different, but it is just night and day from the book we finished last. The baby thing.
Goodbye,
Ooh,
Georgia
oh
Tan.
my gosh.
Jeez. If you want to know about Georgia Tan, you don't have to read it yourself. You can listen to our last whole season.
Yes.
But what a
But,
thrill because we know Susan. We've met with
mm-hmm.
her, and this is just a really, she's been waiting for this book to come out. And as we read,
It's just beautiful. It's already
oh,
just right. We've only read
mm-hmm,
the preface and the first chapter, and it's just already so wonderfully written with little nuggets and
I know.
observations. And
I like in the preface, she starts out, because I've lived with this existence as a secret and so many details of my own life and heritage and history have been kept from me. The whole thing like, here's how I'm writing this. And it's hard to say because I have people I love and people I'm going to hurt and all these things. And then I like her Maya Angelou quote, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you.
yeah, that really resonated with me too.
I liked it. Yeah, she did a good job opening it because sometimes you just start into a book and I liked how she wrote the struggle of starting this book. And
And then I
it's
like how she
brave.
put, I have strived to the best of my ability to treat everyone mentioned with as much compassion and forgiveness as possible. There are no heroes or villains in this story other than institutional ones.
Yep.
Because really
Uh,
those are especially from that time frame, right? They're
yeah, it's true. And it kind of hit me, maybe even for us, because we've had our own battles as we go through with, family you love, family you don't want to hurt, your story being told. And just like the institution is what we're always tackling here, right? The
hmm
change in the institution. And she has like right away, it just started neat. I liked her how she wrote from her young self, her childhood memories. She's a good writer.
very good writer. And so the first chapter is just,
Mm,
I mean, it's a very short chapter. We are going to next week we've got chapter 2 under our belt.
hmm
And then after that, we're gonna kind of figure out what because they're at least these first few chapters are super short. We'll
Right.
reconfigure this
Right.
thought of doing one per episode. But this first one was about she was only 20 years old,
Yeah, I picture that,
uh,
right?
uh, going in to meet her birth mother
hmm At
in
a
a hotel.
hotel.
Her birth mother was Japanese. Her adoptive parents were Japanese. So that's a big piece
hmm
of this story.
And her father was white, right? He was not Japanese.
Her biological
Biological.
father, yes.
hmm
Yes, we don't know yet
Oh,
anything
you know,
beyond that.
the thing that was interesting, she has this cute, like, remember, I would meet you anywhere, she has these lyrical things going through her head. So she goes to the hotel and it's very formal, like this formal. The woman opens the door, her birth mother, and is very much, you must be Susan. And it's very formal. And she has in her head going, like, I would, in her head, she's thinking, I would meet you in a house. I would meet you with a mouse. I would meet you in a room exactly at noon. Like, I'm picturing this 20-year-old trying to be mature and deal with this. And I couldn't have been, I think. That's why it just hit me like this.
It's so she was so young. And there were a couple things that I
Mm-hmm.
highlighted. One was um it says she was my birth mother. I took her ink black hair, razor straight with a sharp line of bangs above her eyebrows. My heart pinched thinking about that mother. She said, no pin curls or foam rollers for her, no beauty parlor perms like my adoptive mother. My heart pinched thinking about that mother, oblivious back in New Jersey. So the
Oblivious.
the guilt
The
of
guilt came in.
like jumping in there and
The thing I that caught me, which I think is going to catch you too, is the self-loathing, like that we
mm,
all have, because she was like, they didn't know what to say to each other. Finally, we sat facing each other. I chewed my lip. I don't know what to say. I remember, neither do I. Her voice was cold. It was a me too comment of solidarity. It was more like, then why are we wasting our time here? I shrank into my chair. She hates me.
yeah, that's what I highlighted.
That right
Like that
that
was her first go-to thought was
Of course, she must hate me.
Yeah.
And that's how she kind of ends it. I mean, she says, "You probably want to know how I found you," to make conversation and start the
Hmm.
thing. But it's like, I could see this. I could so see it and picture her there.
I know. I'm really looking forward to jumping into this book.
I am
I
too.
yeah,
Thank you,
really.
Susan, for writing this.
Yes, thank you, Susan.
And
Really
so
can't
many
wait to.
people are buying it. I
I
keep seeing.
know. Speaking of, we do have a code
Hmm.
in our show notes where you can get a discount if you get this book and read along with us. So go to our show notes and click on where
Yep.
we share, and you will get a discount on this book. It's totally,
Follow along with us.
we'd love that. I know last season was a big ask to have you follow along with us, but I don't think this season will be. So
I don't either. I think everyone's
yeah,
going to love it.
I think so too.
All right. Well, we'll talk to Catherine.
Okay, yeah. Uh, see you in a minute.
See you in a
You're
minute.
forgetting
I'm
an important
forgetting.
piece of our routine.
It's the end
See
of
you
the
in a
year. I'm
minute.
tired, but see you in a minute. I can't
See you in
forget.
a minute.